Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. For those who don't know, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you tuning into this episode where I'm going to be sharing what a buyer's market is, and I have 4 factors that make it a buyer's market. So first off, a buyer's market defined is when you have declining home prices and you have reduced demand. So you have buyers that have the edge in negotiating with sellers, and sellers have to be more aggressive when they list their home. They have to offer more, they have to compete with other sellers because there's more sellers than there are buyers, and therefore the buyers have a better chance of getting a home and negotiating a better price. So that's what a buyer's market is versus a seller's market, which would be opposite. Well, the first factor is when interest rates trend higher. When you have interest rates trending higher, okay, you have less buyers that are in the market because they many don't want to or can't afford to buy a home at the higher interest rate. So you have many home buyers on the fence. And so what happens is in a seller's market, right, when the interest rates go down, drop even a little bit, more buyers get off the fence because they want to jump in. And many times it actually appeals to their budget when interest rates drop. So in a buyer's market, the interest rates trend higher. The amount of money that people can borrow to buy a home is reduced. So therefore, the cost of money is higher, like I just mentioned. The second factor is there's a short-term drop in interest rates. Now, this can give a home buyer, a temporary edge with more purchasing power before home prices react. Meaning, the interest rates drop just a tad, and what happens is buyers can then get off the fence and take advantage of that before sellers, I guess, get wind of it, and they can actually increase their prices because more buyers are hitting the fence. So there's that little window of opportunity, if you will, where buyers can gain an edge still. Now, third one is high inventory. When you have too much inventory, or I shouldn't say too much, but when you have a higher amount of inventory of available homes and less buyers, buyers have a better choice because sellers have to compete for the buyers. You have, let's say, 1,000 buyers and you have 2,000 homes that are on the market. Guess who has the better edge? Buyers, okay? So when you have high inventory, buyers can have a better choice of homes, and they can actually negotiate more aggressively. And the last one is natural disasters. So when you have an area that gets hit by a natural disaster, whether it's an earthquake or a flood or whatever, like you see a lot of this in the southern states where they have floods happening, that's going to affect property values. And the buyers that are still out there looking in those areas, whether or not there was a natural disaster, and provided it didn't wreck a bunch of homes, the buyers are going to have a much better chance because many times sellers get scared and they want to move, and so they're going to price their home aggressively, hopefully, and they're going to therefore basically bring the values of those homes down. So I just gave you 4 factors that make it a buyer's market. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you think about a buyer's market. And be sure to follow me on social media. I have those links in the description, pretty much no matter where you're watching this. So I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you watching.